Hello, and our next CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity is the Phase 2 launch at the development land at Hulme Road, Leigh near Wigan, WN7 5BT. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. Now, the borrower on this project is a subsidiary of Brand New Living Limited, and it's known as Brand New Living Mossley Limited. The registration number is 123760005, and Colin Gorman is the director of the company. Welcome along, Colin. Tell us a little bit more about you and your background.
Thanks for letting me be here today. Andy, I've been involved in construction from 16 years of age, serving my apprenticeship within the construction industry, and later going on in my early 20s to study at university, completing an honours degree and a master's in mechanical engineering. I have been in property development now from my early 30s, which gives me 20 years experience in property development.
And you're well known to us here at CrowdProperty with other projects that we funded. We'll look at one of those in just a few moments. Let's start off with a little bit more detail about this project. It's the second phase of a three-phase raise. CrowdProperty has agreed a development loan facility which totals £785,000. And that's to develop a site in Leigh near Wigan, which is part of Greater Manchester. It's paying lenders 7.8% per annum interest, and this interest is rolled up and paid at the exit. Now, phase 1 was for £185,000. That began in February 2021 for a term of about 18 months. This phase 2 raise is for £300,000 for a term of about 15 months. The borrower purchased the site in mid-February and has since commenced the building works. Let's start off by finding out a little bit more about the local area, please, Colin.
Leigh is a conurbation of Manchester, and as such is set within Greater Manchester. It has, below average unemployment rates for the area. It has above average earning pro rata per household. It outdoes other local areas within the Greater Manchester region, as per salary per capita. Home ownership is very high and at almost 70%, as compared with 60% in Greater Manchester.
Planning permission was granted by Wigan Metropolitan Borough Council. Their planning reference is A/18/86153/4, with permission being granted to build 6 new 4-bedroom, 2-storey houses, including an attic extension, which have dormer windows to be constructed in 2 terraces of 3 houses. Construction is of traditional brickwork under pitched and tiled roofs. The new estate road being laid to link the development from Hulme Road. Now, once the works are completed, the houses are going to be sold in the open market in order to repay the loan and the interest. And the project is already first charge secured. Here's the location plan for you. On the left-hand side, you see the CrowdProperty flag. That's pointed to where the property is in Leigh, which is just to the west of Manchester. And you can see surrounded by motorways, the M6, the M61, the M62 as well. On the right-hand side, you can see a little bit of a closer detail as to where we are in Leigh itself. The land located on the western edge of Greater Manchester conurbation in the district of Leigh, which offers local amenities centred on the Spinning Gate Retail Centre and an edge of town retail park known as the Loom. Now, the local area, based in the heart of the 19th century cotton and silk industry, and after being connected to the canal network, it exploited the coal mining industry. And with many of these historic mills now converted to residential, today the economy is centred mostly around the retail sector. Of local interest, David Brown Tractors were based in Leigh, and other notable employers include Heinz, Waterfields and AB World Foods. Let's start off then by looking a little bit more at this land. How did you come across the project, Colin?
We seen the development on Rightmove. We liked the layout. We liked the house type. We done our due diligence within the local area based on sold prices and the rental yields on similar units. The development stacked up with regards to GDV. We then done our due diligence on the construction costs, and we made an offer on the development which was accepted.
The GDV on this development is £1.35 million with vacant possession. That's an aerial view of the site and how the access is going to be from the highway. And here's a site plan showing where the 2 blocks of 3 terraced houses are going to be laid out on that particular site. Let's look at the floor plans and talk us through what you're going to be building here, Colin.
Yeah, so as we say, they're 3-story townhouses with the converted roof space. We've got a living dining area. We've got a snug coming off that, and we have a kitchen, a generous kitchen. On the 2nd floor, we have got 3 bedrooms, and on the 3rd floor, we have a 4th bedroom. So it's all geared towards family living, nice modern open spaces, decent construction methods, good quality product.
And here's the elevations on the site. Who do you expect to be buying these from you?
Yeah, we expect your modern family, a married couple or 2 partners with 2 kids to take these properties on.
Now, you've started work on site as well. Here's some photos looking at what we're doing. Talk us through what we're looking at.
We've removed all of the topsoil. We've put in the foundations for each plot for the houses in blocks of 3. We've put in all the services from the main road into the houses. We've prepared the construction road for us to get all our materials in and out of the site. We're now preparing to bring the houses up to wall plate with brickwork and blockwork so as we can put on our roofs.
And the independent monitoring surveyor has been out twice to this site, the latest one being on the 1st of April, and they're quite happy with progress.
Yes, they are. What we've had to do in this site, we normally do a monthly valuation for our subcontractors. We've had to move that up to bi-monthly because of the pace we're moving here. It's been quite successful from a production point of view.
Now, you have got other projects with CrowdProperty. One such project that's being funded at the moment is this one at Stretford in Manchester. How are things going?
Yeah, we have 10 apartments here. We have sold all 10 apartments, and we're in the process now of completing the apartments in regards to built and controlled structure warranty. The apartments are practically complete as we speak. We hope to have all sales complete by the end of April.
And talking about apartments, you do a lot of apartments. Let's look through some case studies. This is one you did in Sheffield, 55 2-bedroom apartments. Tell us more.
We were approached by the landowner here who wanted to move his land on at £1 million. We told him we couldn't buy the land at £1 million up front, that we would be able to do a deferred payment. He agreed to this, and we gave him an extra premium of 20% on his asking price. We then went to the market and sold all of the 55 apartments off plan. We took in the deposits from the exchange contracts, and we used these funds to build out the development. Once we get halfway through the development, we used the sales proceeds then to complete the remainder of that development.
And your second case study, again, is more flats. This is at Cheapside Chambers. Talk us through this.
Yes, this was part refurbishment, part new build. There was a 7-story building here. We applied for planning permission on a subject to plan and deal with the vendor. Once we get the planning through, we started at the top of the building and worked down, completing 20 apartments, units at a time, and hand them over to the new buyers. This again sold out before completion.
The phase 2 raise is for £300,000, with a further raise of £300,000 expected mid-2021. Rick's verified the market value at the start of this to be £122,000, which was the purchase price. They've also verified the gross development value to be £1.35 million. Estimated construction cost is £740,000. Day one release was £79,000 gross. Therefore, the initial loan to value was 64.8%. The loan to GDV excluding the interest is 58.14%. And the amount owed at the exit, including the rolled up interest, is 63.4%. Interest on this raise is rolled up, it's paid at the exit. The tranche of loan is targeted to start the week commencing the 19th of April. And the exit strategy is that once the development is completed, the borrower will sell the flats in the open market. It's already first charge secured against the property and registered at Land Registry. So your next steps then are to make sure that you understand the loan, carry out your own due diligence, and then decide how much you would like to lend. CrowdProperty.com is the place to be to pledge on launch. The necessary anti-money laundering checks will be carried out, and then you'll be invited to send your funds to your own online e-wallet, and you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So this is phase 2 for £300,000, which is for approximately 15 months on this phase, paying interest at the equivalent rate of 7.8% per annum. It's rolled up and paid on exit, and it's for the project of the land at Hulme Road, Leigh near Wigan, WN7 5BT. Thank you for watching this CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity. We look forward to joining us again soon for more opportunities back here at CrowdProperty.com.